The night Banks got hit, I can never forget that night. That was September 11th, same day the Twin Towers fell. So that night when I pulled up, I already knew it was going to be an issue because I seen certain faces out there. Freaky Tai got killed in 99. They killed him in front of the Sheraton Hotel. When I landed in Jamaica, Queens, that was around 94. I wound up linking up with my homie Silky. That was Freaky Tai little homie. So I was going to South Jamaica, Queens back and forth with Silky and all that. Me and Silky was always good. So back then when I landed, it was like the Preem team got shit on lock. Lost Boys on the come up. I'm going OT at the time. We selling crack, heavy heroin. You know, shit like that. South Jamaica, Queens is the land of the hustlers. I landed on 134. Everybody on that strip hustle. When I landed in South Jamaica, Queens, that's when I started getting to the money at a young age. I first met 50 when I was like 14. I was like 95. I'm in junior high school and shit, 231. Me and Silky was good and shit, you know. Silky put me down with Lost Boys. So I always used to go check Silky and shit. So that prior day, I went to 134. I went on the block for Silky. I seen this big black grilling me. I want to know what the fuck wrong with this nigga. And the boy was on me. That was 50 and shit. He was boo-boo at the time. So, you know, I ain't tripping and shit. And I had a little 2.5 on me and shit. I just rode my bike from Rosedale. I was on a pedal bike. You know what I mean? I'm a young nigga at the time, like 14 and shit. I seen this nigga grilling me and shit. Then Silky happened to come walking across the street. Boo-boo approached the nigga like, yo, who the fuck this little nigga right here? Silky was like, nah, that's Smurf. What's happening? What's good? He official. That's my boy. He good. What's going on? Because he was like, yo, I was about to slap this nigga and everybody you know. So I'm just grilling the nigga, looking in his eye and shit. So, you know. And I got my gun on my 2.5 because I had a 2.5 on me. That was Silky gun and shit. But, you know, I used to run around with the guns he had. But Silky and Boo Boo was good. You know, Silky a solid nigga from 134. He a certified nigga. So he was like, nah, that's Smurf, he good. So then he was like, all right, I was about to slap the shit out of him and everybody you know. From there, he respect my body, because Silky was like, nah, that's the homie, he good, he with us. And why 50 was on it like that, because that was my first encounter meeting him. He never seen me before, like, so that was our first encounter and shit, you heard? Shout out to the big bro. From that day, me and 50 became cool. He respected my gangster. He said I was a young nigga on my shit. And the funny shit is, I had my 2.5 on me that day. I could have violated that nigga. I could have really bust shots at that nigga if I wanted to. But I already knew who he was. He just ain't know who I was. So I already had respect for Boo Boo. That was the big bro. The one thing about Boo Boo, the nigga always had a great mind. He always knew how to make shit happen. He always had a following. He always had young niggas to do whatever for him. That's a fact. I can't take none for him. But he was definitely fair in the neighborhood. His knuckle game was crazy. And one day, them niggas moon, that Shamari and shit from something. Him skiing them niggas. A nigga named Milk and all them niggas. Them niggas came through, robbed that whole block. That was the day them niggas robbed the whole Queens in a day, from Queensbridge to Southside. These niggas just went on a robbing spree in one day. Legendary shit. That nigga Moon Shamari. I was there. I wound up getting robbed too. It was mad niggas out there in front of the barbershop. We all got yapped. That's when 50 was getting his deal with Columbia, so them niggas was really out there looking for 50 and shit, but he wasn't out there that day. But the whole hood was out there that day, all the OGs and shit, because remember, it was raining that day. So we was all under the shed and shit in front of the barbershop and shit. So that's when Moon and them niggas jumped out bareface and all that. And we all in a big huddle. The way they did it was ill. They jumped out, guns out. Nigga, I know what it is, nigga. You know what I mean? But like, them old timers from my block know Shamari. They knew Moon, so they was kind of nervous and shit. Them niggas jumped out, slapping niggas up with guns, gun button niggas, and had everybody drop their money on the middle of the floor and shit. Long story short, they robbed everybody in Queens. The only block they didn't rob was 109 and God Brewer. I don't know why. That's my other niggas. That's icing them. You know, Ice and flipping them niggas, some crazy young shooters. So I guess they could have marked them niggas right, because them niggas are certified killers. But they robbed everybody else in Queens except that block, 109 and God Brewer. But you know that story, the whole hood know that story, man. So Electro wound up getting robbed too. Because remember, he used to work in the barbershop on 134. Electro caught one of them niggas in the club, did him dirty. That was the only nigga that ride. That's why I never really respected niggas from my block after that. And then when 50 got hit up, like, these old niggas from my hood don't ride, my nigga. That's why I was always disappointed in 134. 134 is like kind of like overrated, because them old timers was kind of shaky. That's why I said my block is kind of like overrated. It's the young boys that really stepped up and laid it down. And Electro was running down on all of them. So one of the guys that was there on the scene, I think Electro seen him in the club. Electro ran down on a nigga and just bust his whole face open, cut him up crazy, like chopped him up crazy with a bottle, bust his whole shit open. Had that nigga looking like Freddy Krueger. Electro was running down on all them niggas. He was one of the guys who took that to heart. Like, he don't play with disrespect. And that's why I said I had a lot of love and respect for Electro, because my block got robbed. Electro not from my block, but he was going harder than the OGs from my block. So that's why I looked at Electro different. He was turning up for that, you heard? The homie Electro died on the Van Wyck, man, at the sports bar over there. The same place Big Nose Troy died at. A lot of people died in front of that sports bar on the Van Wyck. Shit was crazy, man. Like, they shot him up, man. They caught him coming out the spot. You know, he liked to hang out. He liked to do his thing. They caught him coming out the sports bar, man. Yeah, did him dirty. They shot him up and shit, you heard? But Electro handled his business. That's why he wound up dying behind that scene, you dig? So that's how Electro wound up dying, because Electro's the one that hold it down and put in pain for that. And rest in peace to Electro. That was my G right there, you know? For real, that's a solid brother right there, you heard? Shamari was one wild boy. Like, that nigga just ain't give a fuck. Cause what I ain't understand, you robbed a whole queen, but you still sitting on the crate on something. Like, that's how Shamari died. They filled that nigga up, headshots, all kind of bullets. They caught him sitting on the crate and something. That's how crazy he was. The nigga robbed the whole Queens, bareface, mind you. Them niggas ain't used no mask. They robbed the whole Jamaica Queens bareface, bro. No mask. And you still sitting on the crate and something. You got so much money, you ain't get low, you ain't go out of town, you ain't go shopping. You sitting there on the crate. That's how he died, man. Niggas caught that nigga broad day, though, sitting on the crate on something. Nigga act like he ain't just robbed the whole Queens, Brooklyn, all over in a day. Nigga crazy. Yeah, they bullet him down, though. Level shots. Cory D was a legend for America 109. Like, he get busy. He was a street nigga. He also did the music shit. Yeah, like, he used to crush all them park jams back in the days, from Baisley to all over. He was real nice on the mic. But he was also a gangster. He was also a serious nigga out there in them streets. So that's why his rap career ain't really blossomed like that. Cause he had 2 feet down in them streets, you feel me? And him and Electro from the same block. That was like Electro OG. That was his bro and shit, you heard? Cory D song, the dedication rhyme, that was just like bigging up everybody in Jamaica, Queens, and everybody that got busy, you know what I mean? That dedication song was official. Cory D never got a chance to blossom in the music industry, you know? He never got to see his like career go to the next peak. He stayed like a legend in the hood. Yeah, but I think he wound up passing and all that. My block 134, we like a Harlem block. We like 3 blocks in one. We the biggest block on 134, the longest strip. You know, we got all the best food, fast sneaker stores up there, the best barber shops, the liquor store, like the best laundromat, dry cleaners, soul food restaurant. Our block was the littest block on motherfucking God, bro. So like a lot of people used to come through there, celebrities and everything, so our block was always popping. My hood is structured like this. From 134, you got the Lost Boys. Then you got BTB. That's behind the boulevard. I used to be Rough Hands, and I used to be like Tony Ye on all of them, but he was marvelous at the time. 50 and all of them from back there, that's 160 and all that. And then we had niggas from Rockaway, like Mikey Dawn, he used to be from Rockaway, that's his block. Niggas from the back blocks, yeah, Rochdale. So like everything used to be structured together. We all used to be one. When it come to 134, we all one. When it come to each other, we all one, regardless of what. You dig? So we had something called 134 All-Stars out there. And that was all of us together, the whole Lost Boys, BTB, 160, Boo Boo 50, everybody. So Rochdale, Circle 5. So we had the 134 All-Stars. So that brought the whole hood together. You dig? The whole block 134 together. We wasn't no gang or no crew. All the G's together, the whole hood together. That's facts. I met Freaky Tai through Silky. Freaky Tai meant the world to me. That was my role model. I really looked up to him. He was the fucking energy of the Lost Boys, man. One of the biggest rap groups that came out of South Jamaica, Queens, man. Freaky Tai was the reason 134 became famous. He was a good brother, man. He was a legend. Everybody adored him. Remember, I knew these guys since I was 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I knew them my whole young, and they watched me grow up and shit, so he understood, like, damn, some little niggas gonna be who they are. So he embraced me because he seen my potential and shit, so I was the big bro. Freaky Tai got killed in 99. They killed him in front of the Sheraton Hotel. The guy that killed Freaky Tai, that was like some internal shit. That was the nigga who robbed Cheeks and the whole war was behind. That's some niggas from Liberty and shit. They used to call themselves Hellraisers. That's why he killed Freaky Tai, because they killed his little brother. Niggas who robbed Cheeks, they killed his little brother first. So he moved on time and shit. Like, it was mad spiral. Like, it was a back and forth war. Bodies dropping and shit. Serious shit. Some internal war shit. When Ty got killed, I was in my crib. Got a call from Mikey Dunk. He called me like 5, 6 in the morning. Like, yo, Ty just got killed. He called me crying and shit. Funny shit is, I hung up on that nigga. I ain't believe that shit. Then he called me back again, like, yo, bro, Ty just got killed. And I'm like, yo, son, you for real? Stop playing. He was like, yeah, Ty got killed. I hung up again and just started crying, man. I ain't believe that shit, man. I just started crying and breaking down. So I was actually in my house early in the morning, sleeping in bed, woke up out my sleep when I got that horrible news, man. Preem pulled up to 134 one day. That's a fact. I was out there and all that. My spot was positioned at the phone booth. We had a phone booth right there in front of the barbershop on 134. That was my position. You know, I sell all my drugs right there. I don't move from that spot. Yeah, but Preem did definitely come up to the block to check 50 because 50 was giving trouble. Because he was on Ja Rule's neck. Well, he was on everybody's neck because he had a rob drop. 50 was robbing the whole industry, pressing the whole industry on that kind of vibe and the music vibe. Shit, you right? So a lot of niggas ain't really appreciate that. And when we dropped the video called Murder, We Don't Believe You, your life's on the line. So at that time, 50 fucking job. Crazy, like we all in there. Select a few from 134, them Brooklyn niggas in there, them 551 niggas in there. So we had dropped that video and shit, so Preem ain't like that shit. So he pulled up to the strip and tried to like talk to 50, but the way he pulled up on the strip, he tried to play him like a youngin', like grab him, hug him up and rub his head. At the time, like the whole strip outside, 50, the big homie on the block, he ain't on that vibe. He let a homie him back, hugged him up and rubbed his head. So yeah, Preem ain't like that shit. And I ain't lying, that's the time Preem had the green Range Rover and shit, you know what I mean? And that's a fact. That's what really happened with 50 and Preem that day on 134. Like, Preem came to talk to the nigga, but the way he approached the nigga, like he was big homie type shit on some playful type vibe. Not no disrespectful type vibe, but 50 wasn't on that playtime or none of that type of time. So he shrugged him off and, did the same thing he did to him. Rubbed his head, nigga, what's happening, nigga? We outside. You ain't see all my young niggas out here? Yeah. My generation wasn't scared of Preem like me, Root Boy, like the younger generation wasn't scared of Preem. Remember, they 20 years older than us. We don't give a fuck what they did in the 80s. I was born in the 80s, so. But my older heads from my hood did have a fear of Preem. If you notice, when 50 started G-Unit, you notice it was only young boys around us. It wasn't none of the old heads. So 50 actually distanced himself from the old heads because he believed they wasn't built for this kind of vibe he was on because they had a certain fear for Preem. We ain't give a fuck about that reputation, nigga. I was on 134 today, 50 got hit. That shit was like 2000, right? May. We out there hustling and shit. But for some reason all day on the block, in the area, shots was just ringing off. All day, like for morning all day, shots ringing off, different shots ringing off. So when 50 got shot and we heard them shots ring off, we ain't really think nothing of it, because that's a common thing in our hood, hearing shots all day. But when we did get the word like, yo, 50 got hit, 50 got shot up, we was like, word, how'd that happen? We on 134 hustling, everybody on the block hustling. So when we heard the shots, we ain't think nothing of it, because that's a common thing in the hood. But then when we get the call, you know, back then, we don't got no social media, none of that. It's a cell phone, a nigga call you letting you know what happened. So when we know what happened, we like, damn, Fifth got hit. So from there, it was me and Rude Boy that went to the back block. Me and Rude Boy was just spinning on anything. Nigga ain't have to tell us to spin, no ifs, ands, and buts. Because that's the big bro from the hood. That's how I used to look up to. Can't violate the hood. And then Freaky Tai just died a year before that. So we was still mourning off of that death. But yeah, but when Fifth got hit, me and Rude Boy was spinning on anything after that. Facts. The night me and 50 had linked back up, I was in front of the barber shop. That was like in November 2000. He now recuperating, coming back. So I'm in front of the barber shop hustling. I was happy to see the bro, to see him back on his feet creeping. He came through the back of the alley, through the barber shop. He seen me out there dolo getting to the money. He came out there, gave me a big hug. I hugged him. I noticed he had 2 guns on him with a vest. I said, yo, bro, I love you, man. Glad to see you. He was, yeah, what's going on out here? He was like, is money I ain't? I'm like, man, this shit's slowing up out here, bro. Then he was like, all right, man, I'm going to come back next week, man. I'm going to talk to you. I need to holler you. And he was a man of his word. He came back the next week, picked me up. We went for a spin. Following week, we went back to PA. And that's when we started the G Unit. The night Banks got hit, I can never forget that night. That was September 11th, same day the Twin Towers fell. That night, we all attended a party at Diamond Gym. Our homie Rough Hands was DJing that night. Yayo was the hype man. The funny shit is, I wasn't even gonna go to that party. My homie Rude Boy had to convince me. Shout out to Rude Boy, rest in peace. Now for all y'all who don't know Rude Boy is a solid motherfucker from 134. That was my little bro. That's the type of friend anybody would want to have. That was my ride or die. That was my wingman. You see me, you see him. Guns blazing. Facts. But that night at the Diamond Gym, everybody thought that incident started because of Tony Yayo. Tony Yayo was on the mic talking shit all night. Remember, that was 2001. That was the time 50 was now recuperating. He now coming back. So Yayo was hyped to see 50 back on his feet, moving around. He turning the streets up. So niggas wasn't really familiar with G-Unit yet. Like, we was now getting it popping. Yayo was on the mic all night going crazy, just talking shit like, yo, fuck everybody. We up next, we here now. Know what I mean? G-Unit, 50 just signed with Suge Knight outside. 50 outside, Suge Knight outside. So he was fucking with niggas' heads all night. Like, Yayo was wilding all night. So everybody thought that incident started because of Yayo, but nah, shit started because of Rude Boy. That's how Banks got shot. Rude Boy was one of them young fly niggas too. Like, he was fucking everybody, bitch. He was a fly, get money, get busy, and the bitches love him. That night in the Diamond Gym, all crews from Southside was out there. Like, every fucking notorious neighborhood was outside. So that night when I pulled up, I already knew it was gonna be an issue because I seen certain faces out there. A lot of faces who don't come out is outside. Rude Boy came tap me on my shoulder like, yo, bro, them niggas over there, such and such. You know, I know them bros and them. I ain't gonna mention what block they from or whatever. But he was like, yo, that's the nigga I was telling you about. Rude Boy was fucking one of them niggas' bitches. So he was like, yo, be on point because I think niggas on me. That's what Rude Boy was telling me. I said, all right, no problem, my nigga. We popping all night, everything go good. Next thing you know, I see Rude Boy with some shades on, some Gucci shades. The nigga ain't coming to the club with no shades on. So he came, pulled up next to me, sipping a bottle of my what? So I'm looking at this nigga, I'm like, yo, bro, whose shades you got on? He was like, Shorty over there. So when he pointed to the Shorty, I knew Shorty, right? Like, Shorty is an OG Shorty. Like, she get busy, she get money. And guess what? Her man in the fucking club. So that's how that shit started. So from there, it was tension. Homeboy noticed Rude Boy was wearing his girl's shades. And the funny shit is, he bought the shades for his girl. Yeah, shit popped off from there. It was tension. A little standoff, a little melee, a little pushing, shoving, and we all got in the mix of shit. That's when Yayo got on the mic like, yo, fuck that, everybody take the shit outside. You know, so all the killers went outside. Party done, everybody outside. So I got outside, I'm on my bullshit, was pop, nigga, what's up? I'm beefing with homie. Next thing you know, I heard 2 shots ring off, pow, pow. Once one nigga bust, everybody pulled out and started busting. Rude Boy started busting, all them niggas started busting. And I don't know how Banks wound up getting hit, but he got caught up in the crossfire. I don't know how he got hit. They might as well see Banks in the corner, he had nobody around him. He just got shot, wrong place, wrong time. But we had to bang our whole Banks down. Like, we banged out after that. Like, man, I was one of the biggest shootouts on Jamaica Avenue, man. All crews was shooting, you heard? So after we cleaned up the whole Queens for Banks, I made sure I was one of the first faces he seen out of surgery. Me and Rude Boy. That's how loyal we is, bro. That's why when me, Banks, and everybody went through this shit hurt my heart. I really went out my way for niggas. I really put in work for niggas, save niggas' lives, and torture niggas for niggas, you heard? Yeah, but after that night at Diamond Gym, that big shootout, we definitely carved our name in stone. Niggas knew G-Unit was gonna be a problem after that night. August 11th. That's some deep, painful times right there. August 11, 2004. That's when I had to turn myself in. One of my homies got into an altercation that happened in front of me, so, you know, I stepped up and held my bro down. Me and the bro was good for years. He always held me down, so I felt it's only right. I got to step up for the homie. We wound up getting caught up in a shootout. I got locked up for reckless endangerment. That means my firearm was discharged. So we get to the courthouse and shit, we go in. I had to go turn myself in and shit. I had to see the judge. The funny shit is, niggas wanted to know I was so long fighting my case. The judge was on vacation for like 4 months, so I was rocking in the streets, you heard? So when he came back, he beefing like, yo, who let you go? You supposed to be in jail, look at this record. He was tripping and shit. So long story short, I told everybody I love him. The judge said, yo, get this nigga out of here. I got hit with 3.5 years. You know, that was medium status, but my classification was so high. That's why I ended up in a max. I landed in Ulster first, so, you know, as soon as you get there, we with the big white boys now. Ain't no more black COs, man. These rednecks ain't playing, nigga. You already know the procedure, man. Cut all your hair off, jump in that cold-ass shower, and here you stay greens, here your boots, here your white drawers. The bid officially started. I go see my counselor and shit. My counselor was letting me know, like, yo, you eligible for deportation. Then she was going through my record and shit. And she was like, matter of fact, you don't even belong here. Because I still was fighting a body. I wound up beating a body, but they still kept it on my record. They were supposed to wipe that shit off. She told me, like, you ain't medium status. You max A status. So once you max A status, you ain't eligible for dorms. You got to be in a cage. And from there, my first jail I landed in was Sing Sing. Sing Sing Correctional Facility. But you know how we're going Sing Sing, man, or jail period, man. Niggas gonna hate the way you move. You on the visits every day. You got the bag, you fly. Like, I was one of the flyest niggas in the jail from Queens, I ain't gonna lie. And around that time, a whole lot of niggas started landing in Sing Sing. Nigga I had an issue with wound up landed in the same jail as well. Guy I had an issue with, we had an issue from the town. He wound up just beating a body, now coming home in the streets. So one of my homies told me link with him. So I wound up linking with homie, not knowing these niggas was plotting to kill me from the get-go. He took a hit on me in the town and tried to kill me. Him and 3 other guys. I had like 4 people shooting at me. They all missed everything. He landed in the same jail as me, Sing Sing. I felt he had to get dealt with. I sent a nigga to nigga and shit. I did it ill too. I got him embarrassed in front of the whole yard. I thought he was a get busy nigga. Come to find out, this nigga's a fucking fraud. He's a clown. Tenard from Hollis. Tenard, one of them old school stick-up kid niggas, slime ball nigga, grimy nigga, dope fiend nigga. That's a nigga that'll kill you and tell on you. Me and Tenard never really had no issues. He thought by me getting his man shot, because that was his man I wound up getting. So he thinking if he retaliated, he would have got money from 50. So that's why Tenard really hit me. He ain't moved off of loyalty, he moved off the bag. Remember, he a dope fiend, he sniffed mad dope in jail. So he tried to hit me to get the bag. He thought 50 would have paid him, but 50 ain't paid them niggas. But the day I got hit and all that, when niggas ran in my cell, yeah, they was trying to cut up my face crazy. But you know what saved me? My reflex, my instincts, you know, how to move, how to bob and weave. And I could say God was with me as well. But they tried to cut up my face, my neck, top of my head, everywhere. So he wound up catching me on the side of my head. They seen blood and just ran out. Now in the infirmary and shit, I'm speaking to the sergeant. He was like, who did this to you? I was like, man, I fell on my locker. He was like, you want PC? I was like, no. And he was like, all right, well, get up out of here. So I left, went to outside hospital, got stitched up, came back. They dropped me in Involved. That's SHU. Tenard stayed in population. I ain't tell on nobody. Guess he was still in population till we both went on the draft. So I couldn't really get at them niggas. Tenard became known for being a slime ball and a dope fiend and killing Jam Master Jay. He got sentenced for killing Jam Master Jay. Him and the little homie. I thought niggas would get me on my feet. I ain't know niggas was suckers like that, you heard? But you know, suckers gonna do what suckers gonna do. So I never respected that nigga. I looked at him like a rat. And he used to try to come get weed for me and shit. So I never used to really give him no weed. I used to be like, nah, nigga. So I think he never liked me from there either, you heard? And then I slid to Shawangunk and all that. Shawangunk was a different spot. This was a Supermax Max with all the notorious, infamous niggas in there. Like niggas like Larry Davis, OGs like Nuke. And when I was pushing my car through, like everybody was on the gate going crazy. Like, oh shit, that's Bang'em Smurf, that's Bang'em Smurf. It was like some movie shit, I ain't even gonna lie. I got a lot of love in the penitentiary. They fuck with me heavy, all the gangsters, man. Nuke was an OG legend from Brownsville on Top the Hill. He was the reason why they call on Top the Hill on Top the Hill. His crew was called the Wild Bunch. His pops got a lot of money. His pops was a millionaire. These niggas was young, rich niggas at 17, 18 years old, turning Brownsville upside down. Everybody know OG Nuke. I was getting word when I first landed there that Nuke was trying to get me hit. I was good with a Muslim brother that took a liking to me, a brother named Halim. Halim wound up giving me word like, yo, don't go to the yard. Niggas is gonna try to move him. The situation with me and Nuke, why he tried to get me hit, because he was cool with a guy that was good with 50. So he was trying to get in good with 50. So he was letting 50 know like, yo, I got one of my homies in jail with your boy. Your boy just landed in Shawangunk. I got one of the G's up there. You want me to get boy touch? But he should know I'm a gangster. I like being in the mix of action and violence. That's how I'm comfortable. You know, word got back to me that Nuke was trying to get me hit. So, you know, I went to the yard. I was told not to come to the yard. You know me, I'm a hard-headed little skinny motherfucker. I'm coming to the fucking yard. You tell me don't come to the yard. Oh, I'm coming to the yard. I wound up getting a shank from one of the OGs I knew. So I came to the yard and pulled up on Nuke, and you know, he respected my gangster, and we spin the yard, and we just chopped it up and became good from there. And he called his man back, let him know, tell 50, that little nigga's a gangster, man. Y'all nigga crazy. I fucks with that little nigga. Facts. And from there, me and him became cool. Shout out to Nuke. He wound up turning one of my mentors in jail. I wound up seeing him in the mosque, took my shahada and shit, and you know, I was rocking with them for a minute. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Bang'em Smurf, man. Feed the Wolves Entertainment, Free Damo. Shout out to the whole Info Mind. Shout out my dog Timbo, Big Queens, Southside of Hollis. They know how we give it up. Info Mind. Shout out my boy Timbo. Yeah. And check me out on all my media platform, man. Make sure y'all hit my YouTube link, Bang'em Smurf Media. Y'all could catch me on Instagram, Bang'em Smurf FDW. Yeah.